Greetings. Today I'll be presenting on Bhīṣma, one of the most complex and powerful characters in the Mahābhārata. This presentation explores three major aspects of life: his vow, which demands his vow, which defined his identity, his role in protecting the Kuru throne, the moral burden of his silence during injustice. Bhīṣma is often remembered as a symbol of beauty, sacrifice, and loyalty. But this story also raises difficult questions about dharma, morality, and responsibility. Bhishma was originally named Devavrata. He was a king of he was the son of King Shantanu and the river goddess Ganga. According to Mahābhārata, he was actually reincarnation of celestial Vasudhaya who was cursed to be born as a human. From a young age, Devavrata received exceptional education and training. He was trained by great teachers such as Parashurama, mastering every form of warfare and divine weapons. Because of his wisdom, strength, and discipline, he became the central pillar of the dynasty, eventually serving as a protector and mentor of several generations. The defining moment of Devrata's life occurred when his father, King Shantanu, fell in love with Satyavati, the daughter of a fisherman. Her father agreed to marriage only if Satyavati's son would inherit the throne. However, Devrata was already the rightful heir. To solve this conflict, Devrata made an extraordinary sacrifice. He renounced his claim to the throne forever. Second, he took a vow of lifelong celibacy, ensuring that he would never have children who might challenge Satyavati's descendants. This vow was so extreme that the gods themselves called it Bhīṣma Pratijñā, the terrible vow. From the moment, Devavrata became known as Bhīṣma. After taking his vow, Bhishma devoted his life to protecting the Kuru kingdom of Hastinapura. He served as stabilizing force through multiple generations of the rulers. First, he supported Chitranyana, son of Shantanu. After Chitranyana died in the battle, Bhishma helped install Vishitravirya as a king. Later, after Vishitravirya died without heirs, Bhishma helped ensure the continuation of the dynasty through the system of Nyaga, leading to the birth of Dhritarashtra and Pandu. He also and supervised the upbringing and the training of their sons, the Kauravas and the Pandavas. In this way, Bhishma became a guardian for four generations.
It is Chitrangan.
Bhishma was not only a political guardian but also one of the greatest warriors in Mahabharata. He possessed deep knowledge of military formation, strategies, and divine weapons. During Kurukshetra war, he served as a commander for Kaurava army for first 10 days. His strength was so overwhelming that he caused devastating loss to the Pandavas' army. However, he fought with restraint because he loved the Pandavas as his own grandsons. At one point, his skill was so formidable, Krishna himself left the chariot wheel to attack Bhishma, breaking his vow not to fight in the war. One of the most important themes in Bhishma's life is the conflict between dharma and loyalty. Bhishma clearly knew that Duryodhana was acting unjustly, and he also recognized Pandavas as the righteous throne. Pandavas are righteous. However, his vow bound him to serve whoever sat on the throne of Hastinapura. Because Duryodhana controlled the throne, Bhishma fought on the Kaurava side. The most controversial moment came during Draupadi's humiliation in the royal court, when she was dragged, insulted. Despite his wisdom and authority, Bhishma remained silent. This moment raises a critical question: does loyalty to authority justify silence in the face of injustice? Bhishma's life presents a powerful paradox. His vow demonstrated incredible strength and discipline, But the same commitment also created moral rigidity. By refusing to break his oath, by refusing to break his oath, even when the throne became corrupt, Bhishma indirectly allowed injustice to continue. Ironically, the vow he made to protect the Kuru dynasty eventually contributed to its destruction during the Kurukshetra war. This creates an important philosophical question. Is it better to keep one's word at all costs, or should wisdom allow to adapt when the circumstances change? Bhishma finally fell on the 10th day of Kurukshetra war. Arjuna defeated him using Shikandi as a shield because Bhishma had vowed not to fight anyone who was born female. Arjuna shot countless arrows piercing Bhishma's body until he fell from his chariot. The arrows held his body above the ground, forming the famous bed of arrows or Śarāśayyā. Because Bhishma possessed the boon of Ichha Mrityu, Mrityu, meaning the power to choose time of his death. He did not die immediately. Instead, he wanted auspicious period of Uttarayana, using the time to share his wisdom. While lying on the bed of arrows, Bhishma delivered some of the most important philosophical teachings in Mahābhārata. These teachings appear mainly in two sections, Shanti Parva and Anusana Parva. In these teachings, he explained Raja Dharma, the duties of a king and proper governors, Moksha Dharma, the path to spiritual liberation, Apad Dharma, how to act during time of crisis. His teachings also covered practical topics such as ethics, governance, social warfare, and spiritual discipline. Bhishma's teaching also contained deep insights into political philosophy. He emphasized he emphasized that a ruler's most important duty in the welfare of is the welfare of people. A king must protect the weak, ensure justice, and promote prosperity. He also explained two important ideas: Dandanidhi, the science of law and punishment necessary for maintaining order; Matsyananya, uh, meaning the law of the fish, which states that without strong governments, the powerful will exploit the weak. Therefore, power must always deliver, guided by dharma and responsibility. Bhishma still, of, Bhishma still offers important lessons for the modern society. The story shows that loyalty to the institution can sometimes become dangerous if suppresses moral judgment. His silence during Draupadi's elimination demonstrates how neutrality in the face of injustice can enable wrongdoing. The key key lesson is that true duty requires moral courage. Sometimes people must question authority, speak for the voiceless, and stand against the injustice personally dif- even when it's personally difficult. In conclusion, Bhishma remains one of the most remarkable figures in Indian literature. He is remembered for he is remembered for his extraordinary sacrifice, discipline, and loyalty. At the same time, his life also serves as a warning about the dangers of blind loyalty, silence in the face of injustice. Bhishma's story ultimately asks a timeless question: is it greater to keep one's word at all costs or serve a higher truth when circumstances demand it? Thank you.